2025 was a rough year for Xbox. Between major layoffs, multiple game cancellations, the price hike of the Xbox Series consoles, and Game Pass subscriptions climbing all the way up to $30, it was a year that left a lot of fans frustrated and uncertain about the brand's future. So the big question is this: can Xbox rebound in 2026? Will 2026 be the year Xbox finally turns things around, delivers on its long-promised exclusives, and proves that its Game Pass-focused strategy can still work? Today, we're going to break it all down, because these are my predictions for Xbox in 2026. Prediction number 1. Xbox celebrates its 25th anniversary in a big way. 2026 marks a huge milestone for Xbox, 25 years since the original Xbox launched back in 2001. And after the rough year Xbox had in 2025, I predict Microsoft will go all out to celebrate this anniversary in a big way. We're talking about a major Xbox 25th anniversary showcase, new game announcements tied to legacy franchises, special in-game events across Xbox-owned titles, and possibly limited edition hardware and controllers. I also expect Xbox to heavily lean into nostalgia, celebrating franchises like Halo, Gears of War, Forza, Fable, and Bethesda's legacy, reminding fans why they fell in love with the brand in the first place. This anniversary won't just be about looking back. It'll be Xbox's opportunity to reset the narrative, rebuild trust with fans, and show a clear roadmap for the future. If Xbox wants to rebound in 2026, celebrating 25 years the right way would be the perfect place to start. Prediction number 2. Halo Campaign Evolved releases December 10th, day and date on Xbox and PS5. Prediction number 2. Halo Campaign Evolved will officially release on December 10th, 2026, just in time for the holiday season. And in a major shift for the franchise, I predict the game will launch day and date across platforms, releasing simultaneously on Xbox Series consoles, Game Pass, and PlayStation 5. This would be one of the boldest moves Xbox has ever made with Halo, signaling a full embrace of its multi-platform strategy while still keeping Xbox and Game Pass at the center of the experience. Prediction 3. Gears of War E-Day release window. Prediction number 3. Gears of War E-Day will release in late August or early September. 2026 marks the 20th anniversary of the Gears of War franchise, and what better way to celebrate 2 decades of Gears than by launching a brand new mainline entry? Gears of War E-Day is a prequel, taking place before the events of the original Gears of War, and it's shaping up to be a major moment for the series. I predict that Gears of War E-Day will launch in either late August or early September of 2026, positioning it perfectly as a big late summer release before the crowded fall window. To build hype ahead of launch, I also expect a multiplayer beta in April 2026, giving longtime fans an early taste of classic Gears-style multiplayer. As for platforms, while the game will launch first on Xbox and PC, I believe the PlayStation 5 version will follow in January 2027, similar to how Microsoft has handled staggered releases with other major titles. Between the anniversary timing, the prequel storyline, and a strong multiplayer push, Gears of War E-Day has the potential to be one of Xbox's biggest releases of 2026, and a true celebration of the franchise's legacy. Prediction 4. Fable release date. Prediction number 4. Fable will be released on May 7th. It's been 16 years since the last true Fable game, and no, Fable, the journey does not count. This reboot has been a long time coming, and 2026 finally feels like the year Fable makes its proper return. Now, there's been some online noise about the main female character's appearance, but we're not getting into that here. What actually matters is the game itself, and everything we've seen so far suggests this is shaping up to be a major Xbox release. We already know that Fable will be featured at the Xbox Developer Direct this month, which tells me Microsoft is ready to lock in a firm release date. Based on the timing, marketing window, and Xbox's spring release strategy, I'm predicting that Fable launches on May 7th. A May release gives Xbox a strong first-half blockbuster and plenty of breathing room before the heavy hitters later in the year. If this prediction is right, May 7th could mark the long-awaited return of one of Xbox's most beloved franchises. Prediction 5. Forza Horizon the 6th of September release. Prediction number 5. Forza Horizon 6 will launch in September. Forza Horizon is one of Xbox's most popular and successful racing franchises, and it's been a staple of Xbox's fall lineup for years. With Forza Horizon 6, I believe Xbox sticks to that winning formula. I'm predicting a September 2026 release, giving Xbox another major title heading into the holiday season. September is the perfect window, early enough to avoid the late fall congestion, but close enough to the holidays to carry momentum through the end of the year. As for the setting, all signs point to Japan. This has been a fan-requested location for years, and it makes complete sense for Horizon's open-world festival style. Expect to race across Japanese highways, mountain roads, city streets, and dedicated circuit-style tracks, blending traditional Horizon chaos with more structured, round-track racing inspired by Japan's motorsport culture. If this prediction is right, Forza Horizon 6 could be one of the biggest racing releases of the generation, and a dream come true for longtime fans. My next prediction: Call of Duty returns to a late October release and puts the franchise back on the map. The 2026 Call of Duty will be developed by Infinity Ward, which almost certainly means one thing: Call of Duty: Modern Warfare 4. Whenever Infinity Ward is up, expectations are higher, and after the mixed reception to Black Ops 7, the franchise needs a strong comeback. I'm predicting that Modern Warfare 4 launches in late October, just weeks before GTA 6, giving it a clear window to dominate the shooter conversation and completely shift its attention to GTA 6. With Black Ops 7 being a disappointment for many fans, I believe Modern Warfare 4 will focus heavily on a stronger, more grounded story-driven campaign. Ideally, this would be a fully playable solo offline campaign, bringing the series back to what Infinity Ward does best: cinematic storytelling, memorable characters, and a more serious tone. On top of that, I expect a much stronger multiplayer experience. That means new features, new mechanics, and a fresh lineup of maps designed to modernize the gameplay while still feeling like classic Modern Warfare. If Infinity Ward gets multiplayer right, this alone could carry the game for years. Platform-wise, this one's a given. Modern Warfare 4 will launch on Xbox Series consoles, PS5, and PC, and of course, it will be available day one on Game Pass. As for Nintendo, I could see a Switch 2 version arriving possibly in early or mid-2027. If Infinity Ward delivers on both campaign and multiplayer, Modern Warfare 4 could be the Call of Duty game that restores confidence in the franchise and reclaims its place at the top. Prediction number 7. Clockwork Revolution will be released on April 30th. Clockwork Revolution was first unveiled at the 2023 Xbox Showcase, and it immediately stood out as one of the most intriguing new IPs coming from Xbox. The game is being developed by Inxile Entertainment, the studio behind the Bard's Tale and the Wasteland series, both known for strong RPG systems and world building. This is an action role-playing game with a unique blend of BioShock-style influences mixed with a steampunk aesthetic, including time manipulation elements that set it apart from other RPGs. It's ambitious, stylish, and very much the kind of project Xbox wants to spotlight. Based on its development timeline and Xbox's spring release strategy, I'm predicting that Clockwork Revolution launches at the end of April, specifically on April 30th. That gives it room to breathe before the summer release rush and positions it as a major spring title. As for platforms, I expect the game to launch first on Xbox Series consoles and PC, with a PS5 version arriving later in 2026 as part of Microsoft's expanding multi-platform approach. If this prediction holds true, Clockwork Revolution could end up being one of the most creative RPGs of the year and a sleeper hit for Xbox. Prediction number 8. Marvel's Blade will get a full reveal at the Xbox Showcase event. Xbox currently has an exclusive Marvel game in development, and that game is Blade, everyone's favorite vampire hunter finally getting his own standalone title. The game was first revealed at the Game Awards 2023, but since then, details have been very limited. Marvel's Blade is being developed by Arcane Studios and published by Bethesda Softworks, which immediately raises expectations for high-quality action and cinematic presentation. I'm predicting that the Xbox Showcase is where we finally get a full gameplay reveal, including a deeper look at combat, setting, and tone. As for gameplay, I expect Marvel's Blade to be a third-person action hack-and-slash game, with fast, stylish combat similar to Devil May Cry, and Stellar Blade but grounded in Blade's darker, vampire hunting world. In terms of release timing, I don't think this is a 2026 game. My prediction is an early 2027 release, giving Arcane Studios enough time to fully polish the experience. Platform-wise, while Blade is currently an Xbox-led project, I expect it to launch day and date on PS. Prediction number 9, and this one might shock a lot of people. I think State of Decay 3 gets cancelled. Microsoft has been cancelling several high-profile projects recently, including the rebooted Perfect Dark and Rare's Everwild. Because of that, it's hard to ignore the pattern, especially when it comes to long-in-development games that have gone quiet. State of Decay 3 was revealed years ago, and since then, updates have been scarce. I believe there are behind-the-scenes development issues that could ultimately lead Microsoft to pull the plug on the project. Whether it's technical challenges, studio restructuring, or shifting priorities, this feels like a game that's at real risk. That said, I want to be clear, this is just a prediction, not a report. If State of Decay 3 does survive, I could see it slipping all the way to a 2027 release. But don't be surprised if, instead, we get an official cancellation announcement at some point. Either way, this is one of the most uncertain Xbox projects right now, and its future is far from guaranteed. Prediction number 10. Xbox Series console sales will remain low in 2026, but they will improve slightly. Unfortunately, the sales of the Xbox Series consoles are currently at an all-time low. Between the recent price hikes and Microsoft's decision to bring many first-party games to multiple platforms like PS5 and Switch 2, there's less urgency for players to buy an Xbox console specifically. Because of that, I don't expect a major turnaround in 2026. The overall trend will likely remain the same, but I do think we'll see a small improvement in sales. Big releases, better Game Pass value, and holiday bundles could give the hardware a modest boost. Microsoft's long-term strategy is clearly Game Pass, not console exclusivity. The goal isn't to put Game Pass on other consoles, it's to put it everywhere else, including PC, cloud, and other platforms. That shift changes what Xbox hardware represents in the ecosystem. As a result, we'll probably start hearing less emphasis on Xbox Series hardware and more focus on what comes next. Microsoft appears to be positioning itself toward its next-generation consoles, while the current hardware slowly transitions into a secondary role. It's not the end of Xbox hardware, but 2026 feels like a holding year, where sales stabilize rather than surge. Prediction number 11. Fallout, New Vegas Remastered is happening. With Fallout Season 2 on Amazon Prime driving massive renewed interest in the franchise, and the recent release of the Fallout 4 Anniversary Edition, the timing couldn't be better. Bethesda and Microsoft clearly want to keep Fallout in the spotlight. Because of that, I predict we'll finally see Fallout, New Vegas Remastered. New Vegas is widely considered one of the best Fallout games ever made, and fans have been asking for a remaster for years. A modernized version with improved visuals, performance upgrades, and quality of life improvements would be an easy win. I expect this project to be positioned as a bridge release, something to hold fans over while Bethesda continues work on the next mainline Fallout game. It would also be a perfect tie-in with the ongoing success of the Fallout TV series. If this prediction is right, Fallout, New Vegas Remastered could be one of Xbox's most celebrated releases, and a dream come true for longtime Fallout fans. Prediction number 12. The Elder Scrolls 6 will finally get a full reveal, but it won't be released for a while. The Elder Scrolls 6 was first teased all the way back in 2018, and since then, fans have been waiting patiently for real details. With Bethesda now further along after Starfield and its post-launch support, 2026 feels like the right time to properly reintroduce the game. I predict we'll get a full reveal, likely at a major Xbox event, with a cinematic trailer, gameplay teases, and clearer information about the setting and systems. This would finally give fans a real idea of what Elder Scrolls 6 is aiming to be. That said, I don't expect a release date anytime soon. Even with a full reveal, I believe The Elder Scrolls 6 is still years away, likely targeting 2028. Bethesda tends to reveal games well before launch, and this feels like the start of a long marketing cycle. So yes, we'll finally see The Elder Scrolls 6 in action. Just don't expect to be playing it anytime soon. And finally, my last prediction is about the next Xbox console. There have been rumors suggesting that the next Xbox could launch as early as 2027, but I don't think that's going to happen. With recent industry rumors, and similar speculation surrounding the PlayStation 6, I believe the next generation of consoles is going to be delayed. If the reports are true, tariffs and rising manufacturing costs could play a major role in pushing next-gen hardware back. Because of that, I predict Microsoft will follow a similar path to PlayStation and delay the next Xbox console until 2029 or even 2030. From Microsoft's perspective, this makes sense. Xbox is less dependent on hardware sales than ever before. Their focus is on Game Pass, cloud gaming, and multi-platform releases, which gives them far more flexibility to extend the current generation. So instead of rushing out new hardware, I think Microsoft will let the Xbox Series console generation last longer, while they continue transitioning toward a more service-based future. Well, that's going to wrap up my Xbox predictions for 2026. Now, let's see how many of these actually come true, and whether Xbox can turn things around during its 25th anniversary year with all the games currently on the way. I genuinely have a positive feeling about Xbox's future when it comes to games, even if the hardware side continues to struggle. I do think console sales will remain low, and we may see some delays and possibly a few more layoffs, but overall, 2026 feels like a very important year for Xbox's long-term direction. If you enjoyed this video and like this kind of content, please hit the like button, and make sure to subscribe for more gaming predictions, news, and discussions. I'll definitely be making more videos like this. With that said, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day.